let's say 1, 2, 3. Oh, there we go. Okay. Sorry, I'm a mess right now. So, I am Happy Gaming. Thank you so much for the support last video. That is crazy. Like, I'm famous on Scratch. Not to brag or anything. I mean, I have 300 followers. Wow, you're so great, game. You have 300 followers on a kid's website. Yep, I'm officially insane. But yeah, thank you so much for all the support. I'm actually astonished at how many views there are. Not so astonished that I only got 2 likes, but yeah, I hope the Quadrox tutorial was useful. Next, I am going to do a jumping tutorial, and today I'm going to do a tail and mask tutorial. Because my mask, cute, fluffy. Ignore that I have always written on my hand in backwards. And I have a tail. I have no idea if I can say that, but look, it's actually like attached around my waist. So yeah, basically I do not have the stuff to make a mask, but I thought without showing my face and not wearing my mask. Okay. So, first thing you're gonna need, what is with the camera? Testing. Oh, right. Okay, there we go. Ignore this. Like, this is... Don't ignore this. Warriors fan. You caught me. Okay, anyways. So, judging by the back of this, you need a rubber band, paper, hot glue, faux fur, and cardboard. Lots of it. Cardboard. And stuff to cut it with, like box knives, scissors. I don't know what else. But, you also always have to make sure that the lines in the cardboard are pointing up, because that way you can bend it comfortably around your face. That way it can fit better. Like, see how this fits so much better? Okay, so basically, you need all those materials. In my experience, you need 2.5 yards of faux fur if you want it like this fluffy all-around mask kind of feel. But if you want like tufts of fur at the sides, I'm sure editing me will add a picture of one of those masks. But if you want to add one of that stuff, then like I used a certain type of faux fur to use this. I don't know what I did, but it had like lining stuff on it, and I don't know. So it's like you attach this part to the mask and hot glue it. But to get the tufts of fur, you want like wild squares of fur and then cut it how long you want it. You know what, I'm a bad explainer. Let's just start. So basically, the first thing you're probably gonna want is a plate that's about the same size as your face. That's how I did this one. I put a plate that was the same size as my face, and I traced it and then made it so it could fit comfortably on my nose. You know, see, like, and you could see my mouth while I'm talking, so I can actually breathe. So, yeah, anyways, continuing. Again, I'm a bad explainer, so if this doesn't work, then I will make a real tutorial on how to make a mask, because I have been wanting to make a fox mask, because I know Tuxedo Cat Therian, Black Cat Therian, but I'm also a Gray Wolf and Red Fox Therian. So, you know, a fly just flew right into my nose. Okay, I'm off subject. So, yeah, once you do that, you fold it, you like scrunch it up like this, using the lines to make it better shaped or something. I don't know. Then you do the snoot. Now you can't tell I put the snoot on, but I did. I just didn't bend it enough. Like, if I bent it more, it would look a little more cat-like. If I added a nose, it would look a little more cat-like. There's a lot of ways I could improve a mask. So you're just gonna want it to be able to rest like this. And what I did was I cut out like that kind of thing. That kind of shape, and then just glued it onto the mask. But that's like, and like you're supposed to bend it so that it's bendy in the ink machine. No, and I did not do that. You have to do that if you want a realistic looking cat mask. And for a canine mask, you want to do a really long piece of cardboard and kind of like kind of like a perfect square, as perfect as you can get it. And then you can, and also make sure you have the lines up so that you can bend the square into a U shape so that you can hot glue it on instead, and then you'll have canine mask. And for a bird, I think you just do like a triangle. Yeah, I think you just do a triangle and avoid putting soft stuff there. I don't know, I don't really have much experience with making bird masks. I only have experience with making cat masks. So, then you'll have your muzzle and your base, and you'll be done with the cardboard. Oh, unless you haven't cut out the eyes. So, like, you put, I don't know if you can see this, but you put dots, like, right there, and right where your upper eye is, so that way you can know where to cut, and then you cut around it how big you want the eye to be. Secret Warrior sneak peek. Hide, Firestar. Hide. Okay, anyways. Continuing on. Okay. After you do all that, you want to cut out 2 rounded little paper shapes, like, or it doesn't have to be rounded, as long as you can fit it on the mask with it actually having like a cat-like or a dog-like appearance. And then what you want to do, I don't really know how to explain this, but say this little bent part in my book, you want to turn that into an ear. You snip right here and right there, and then that way the middle little flap you can push out and put on the front, which you cannot see anymore. Maybe if I dig through the fur. I don't know why. Can you see that? Yeah, no, you can't. But there is a little flap of paper there, and then the other two flaps you put on the back, and you do that for both sides. Okay, well that was satisfying. Okay, and the next step, add your faux fur. You just glue it on, hot glue it on. At least if you want it to have a look like this. If not, then you cut the wild fur to whatever size you want it. Like, some masks can have fur this long, some can have this fur, and some don't even need fur. So you cut it to whatever length you want, and then you hot glue it to the sides. Easy. Last step, find a rubber band that wraps around your head comfortably. As you can see, it did not for me, so I tied a knot there. And then hot glue it onto the back of the mask, like so. I'm trying to... on both sides, almost touching the eyes, which is annoying sometimes, but I don't know, like, it's useful, kind of. I don't know. And then, if you're trying to add felt along it to give it some texture that isn't quite so fluffy, you just do the same as what I told you to do this earlier. Then you have your mask. For my tail, for it to be 2 colors, I just used the leftover scraps, and I hot glued some white onto the blue. And as you can see, there's a little lining. I cut it and then hot glued it shut. For something with a shorter or less fluffy tail or something, you might not want to use this faux fur, or you might want to use a different kind of faux fur depending on how fluffy it is. Depending how big it is, you might want to cut it shorter. Depending on what colors it is, you might not want to use white and black, gray, blue. What is that color? So, hope you enjoyed the game with a sideways mask on. Out. Why am I saluting? Why? Guys, let's turn this panda. I'll explain. You're gonna need another rubber band for the tail. Like, let me show you how that plays. This rubber band is actually for making underwear, and it makes it so the tail stays around my waist or something. You step through this, you got a tail. There's the last